Hey everybody, Trigger Bar Philosopher, back out at the range. Today I'm going to be taking more looks at my M&P 5.7. This is the Smith & Wesson offering for the 5.7 by 28 caliber pistol. We're going to be testing a couple of different types of ammunition, including the Vanguard Outfitters Black Dragon Fang and the Elite Ammunition S4. Okay, so this is not my first range trip with the M&P. I've done several videos. I've done an unboxing video. I've done a first range shots. I've done some testing with other different types of ammunition. I've done suppressor testing. In fact, if you look at the barrel, you can still see that I have a silencer spacer on there, which is what you are supposed to run with this when you want to put a suppressor on it, and at least a 22 caliber can on it. Suppressor. And so what I'm going to do first though is a little bit, I want to get just my round count up on this. So I'm going to first start off with testing some pretty lame ammunition. Lame. How about, it's awesome ammunition because it's cheaper. It's the Fiocchi Range Dynamics, and it's actually also intermixed with some Federal American Eagle ammunition. They were kind of in the box left over. So I have about 20 some odd rounds and a couple of different magazines, and I'm going to run that first. I may see what I can get to confirm on the lab radar. Again, the American Eagle and their Fiocchi Range Dynamics are about the same. So we have the lab radar out today, and we'll get going and testing a little bit. So let me just get it set up. I have a target down 25 yards. We're in an open air market, so the lab radar should perform well and should capture these bullets. I have the lab radar setting set to handgun because at this speed, that's what it should be at. 1612, 1657. That's a little higher. 1619. 1593. Maybe these ammunition types are a little more mixed than I thought. We'll see. 1602, 1592, 1598, 1652. Yeah, these I've mixed two different types of ammunition. This won't tell us anything. I'm just going to shoot. The mag release, this is pretty wide, so for me the mag release is a little hard to reach. That may be someone with, my hands are about large hand size. Sometimes I wear extra large, but mostly large. Glove size fits me. So for some people that may be an issue. It's really thin, love that, but just something to be aware of. This is more of the same ammunition. Pretty cool. No reliability issues. That's awesome. So again, about 23 rounds. The magazines are still pretty stiff. They come with a loader, and that makes it a lot easier to load them in. Smooth brain that I am, I left that at home. Part of the life that I live. So let me load up some more ammunition. I'll change the lab radar settings to rifle, and we'll test this Elite ammunition, and we'll test the Vanguard Outfitters Black Dragon Fang. And the Black Dragon Fang is 34 grain, and the Vanguard Outfitters, I think, is a 27, 28 grain projectile. All right. I have loaded up about 12, 13 rounds of the Black Dragon Fang. We're going to run this now in the M&P. Lab radar is set to rifle velocity ranges, so shouldn't have a problem picking it up. And this is a pretty nice round, or at least I expect it to do very well. So 34 grain projectile, a really, really wicked tip. Look at that. I do not want to get for that. So yeah, excited to shoot it. And I have case gauge checked these. Note from other Vanguard Outfitter ammunition, their monumental ammunition. I had problems with their case gauge, at least the lots that I got, meaning it passed Elite Ammunition's case, or it failed Elite Ammunition's case gauge. The case wouldn't go all the way in to the case gauge check. it would pass the Sheraton Engineering, but it wouldn't do past the Elite Ammunition one. And I had problems cycling it. So let's see if we have problems cycling this that does work. It is this dark case. It's not an FN case, so it's a new case that they are manufacturing. Vanguard Outfitters is also very similar to the case. It looks similar, at least, to AAC ammunition. So curious to see how it runs, see if we get any failures to feed or things like that. Whew. 2072. 1982. That's pretty different. 1931. It's a big spread. 1958. 1943. 1975. 1959. 1966, 2014, another big jump again, 1998, 2027, 2048, 2007, and 1976. Boy, that's a big standard deviation. It's like 100 feet per second standard deviation. So let me just get the add up for us. A quick look. All right, so an average of 1990, a high of 2072, and a low of 1931. That's more than 100 feet per second, almost like 140 feet per second difference. So the extreme sped was 141, standard deviation is 40, number of shots 14. All right, well, that's good information to have when we look at this ammunition compared to others and how the M&P 7. Also pretty excited that I didn't have any failures to feed on it. Okay, so I lost a little bit of the footage of what I was showing, but I am running some Elite ammunition, and I've been having some problems with it. I've been getting some partially stuck cases. I've been getting some just tremendous numbers on the lab radar, 2,500 feet per second. I'm wondering if that is causing some of the problems, but certainly this gun is jamming with that. We'll see if I can repeat it now that the camera is turned on and activated. Let me, keep on shooting some of this, and we'll see what we get. So you can see what's going on here. I'm going to drop the mag and get it to come out. Not exactly sure what's going on. .2245. That's a much more expected range. I was getting close to 2,600, and the gun worked fine. 2271. That worked good. 2252. That worked good. 2234. 2246. 2232. 2232 again. 2242. And 2227. All right, well, wouldn't you know it, when the camera dies, everything works just fine. I think maybe I just had some over spicy rounds from Jay. I've got a little bit more. I'm going to load some more up, and we'll run that. Okay, one thing that was happening is I definitely have two different boxes and two different lots of ammunition. I'm not sure how well that is coming through. You can see that. So definitely two different lots, two different builds. I had mixed that in the previous rounds, and I'm wondering if in this box was at the end where it ran just fine, and this box was at the beginning, and that's what I have more of and that I'll test right now. So I have those loaded up, so I got maybe, again, 12, 13 rounds. Let me reset the lab radar. Because again, I don't think the average from that last one would have made sense because it had a standard deviation of 360, had high of 2587 and a low of 2227. There's something up with the ammo. These two lots were varying, by a lot. I mean, that's a lot. So let me create a new, and that's also just candidly a little troubling when if you expect to get the same ammunition over and over, and there's just such a large variation. I'm not sure if he changed powder or what happened with it. But we'll get a new lot or a new group going on the lab radar. We'll test this. This is all from the same lot. We shouldn't get that big spread, and we'll test it. Yeah, this is a lot spicier. 2568, and it is not doing good. So again, this lot here may be just too spicy for the M&P is what I'm guessing. I'm going to put one of these in my pocket to go home and test to make sure that I'm case gauging it right. And then I will keep shooting the rest just to get some numbers. $25.95. 25.65. I mean, if this ran, this is freaking awesome. 25.88. And look what I have here. It's blown out the primers. I have the primer in here from the previous round. I'm not sure if you can see that. I will maybe take a picture of this too. All right, let me just keep shooting, see if I can get a couple more in for a decent sized number of readings. 25.35, 25.99, 26.03. And then we got a really stuck one. This is what I was talking about before. So I'm going to reach out. I might share this video with Jay, see what he has to say. They're a quality company. Trust what they do. He may just say it's not right for this M&P. Maybe it's made for the PS90 or something. So let's just I'm going to stop shooting these, and what I will do is let's just do a quick add up. All right, so the average is 25.80. That's impressive, really impressive. And the standard deviation 22 and extreme spread 68. Not horrible, not as bad as what I had before, but again, I was mixing some ammo there. And so, yeah, and again, let's have the thing down at 25 yards and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do now is I am making everyone sick, but I am going to go home, do an add-up slide for both the Vanguard Outfitters and this Vanguard Outfitters Black Dragon Fang and the Jay's Elite Ammunition. And I'm going to send a little message to them and see what they have to say. And I'm going to put this in the add-up slide. I'll just go over those numbers real quick, and then I'll probably do a follow-on video with what Jay had to say. Before I jump into the add-up slide, I just wanted to show some of the brass that I was finding on the ground where it was clearly blown primers. Definitely a sign of overpressure. Also, I did check one of those rounds I put in my pocket from the second lot, and it fits just fine in the case gauge as I had tested before, so didn't expect that to be a problem, but just wanted to verify that. So I think these rounds may be overpressured. Maybe they're just overpressured for the M&P. Don't know. I put a message into Jay over at Elite Ammunition. Hope to hear back from him soon. But first of all, let's just go to look at the add-up slide. I put in for comparison some of the rock numbers just so you can see what the numbers I had with the rock to compare it. You can see sometimes the numbers change significantly. Sometimes they don't change very much. But just going through it really quick with the rock for the Black Dragon Fang, we had a 309 energy foot-pounds, and for the M&P we had 299. Drop of 10 energy foot-pounds, not much. I do like to see the M&P, or sorry, the 5.7 cartridge getting over 300 energy foot-pounds. It's where I prefer, and with the M&P it's right there. And then you see that big jump in shooting with the S4 ammunition between the first lot and the second lot. So we'll just have to see if that's intentional, if there's a mistake, but looking at, getting 400 energy foot-pounds out of a 5.7 by 28 is pretty cool if it would run reliably. Like I said, maybe it runs reliably in a Ruger or a true FN handgun, and so I'll just have to find that out from Jay, and I'll have a follow-up. Trying to do some testing. I just wish things would just work, but that seems to be my lot in life. So please like, share, and subscribe, and be careful with what you're shooting out there. Take care.